I'm back at Universal Studios Hollywood to talk about some City Walk rumors and, of course, have some new sweets at Voodoo Donuts. So how about you and I dive right in? So before we get on the rumor mill, let's start off with some sweets. And here at Voodoo Donuts, they have new cannolis. They just premiered here and in Florida as well. Let's give them a try. All right, so today Michael, of course, is joining me. And if you're wondering how much these are, they are $3.25 a piece. You do get an annual pass holder discount, so be sure to show them your annual pass if you are one. But yeah, this is what they look like. This is the raspberry filled one, and then the almond one with like the cream cheese filling. So that's the only one. Those are the only ones they have available here in Hollywood. I believe in Florida they have a pumpkin version. It's kind of a bummer they don't have one here, but let's go ahead and give these two a try. All right, by the way, this is Michael's first cannoli. He's never had one. And so we're gonna try the basic Betty one first, which is just the cream cheese with the almond kind of pastry around it. Go ahead and give it a try. You're like garbage. No.
That tastes good.
It's pretty good, huh? Is it strong? I'm sure it's really rich. Or is it not?
It tastes like basic. I don't know.
Just pretty plain?
Well, this is my first cannoli, so I don't know what I was expecting.
I mean, they're definitely not like donuts, so they're a little different. All right, let me give it a try.
All right, here we go. What do you think? It's good. You can definitely taste the almond right off the bat. It's almost like, it almost overpowers the cream cheese filling. Did you get that as well?
Yeah. Again, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, you didn't know what to expect. But no, that's really good. Yeah, if you just want something plain that doesn't have a bunch of like extra frosting or anything on it, yeah, this one's really good. I would lower the price a bit. I mean, $3.25 for just this one thing. I would lower it like by $1. I'm sure they'd still make money. But yeah, overall, really good.
All right, next up is the raspberry filled one with the powdered sugar on the outside.
All right, let's go ahead and give it a try. I like that one better.
You do?
I like raspberry, so the raspberry filling is very good, very creamy. The powdered sugar adds to it as well. They could have put powdered sugar on the other one, but I guess they just want to make something like a little bit plain and basic for people that just don't want the extra sugar. But this one's really good. You might like it. I don't know. He's not really a fan of raspberry, huh?
Yeah.
But I think you'll like this one. All right, Michael's turn.
You ready?
Okay.
All right, here he goes. You don't like it, huh?
It's okay. I'm not that big of a fan.
It's because of the raspberry.
But it was sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet. This one's a little bit more rich than the other one. But yeah, it's pretty good. You're a dork. So now that we've had our cannolis at Voodoo Donuts, let's talk about the big subject here, and that is the Hard Rock Cafe rumor that this will be closing down sometime next year, probably early next year, either January or February, and they'll start converting it into the Twosome Chocolate Factory that's similar to the Orlando version, obviously just on a smaller scale here in Hollywood. So as far as the actual development of the building and the space that they're going to be utilizing, not really sure how far they're going to go, but right now Hard Rock sits on 2 levels. So there's the top level right here with the big patio, and then obviously there's the lower level down here. It's not the biggest restaurant in the world, but there is a lot of space for dining. So with Twosome, it's going to be interesting to see what they do, because the one in Orlando is absolutely massive compared to what they're going to do here. But as far as the architecture is concerned as well, like I wonder how much they're going to utilize. Like, are they going to use this dome? dome? Are they gonna just completely renovate that? Like there are so many different structural things that might happen or might not compared to the one in Orlando, because the one in Orlando literally looks like something out of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I think this is going to be a pretty significant change. I mean, Hard Rock's been here for quite some time. It's been like a staple here at City Walk. They still have Hard Rock over in Orlando, but again, if Hard Rock's leaving here, I wonder if they're going to go ahead and take out Hard Rock in Orlando, or maybe renovate it or do something else with the space. It's going to be crazy to see something different here because, yeah, I'm just so used to Hard Rock Cafe being here. But to be honest, Hard Rock Cafe was never my favorite go-to place. I usually would go to the Mexican restaurant here, or pizza, something simple, or even like Panda Express. I never really went to Hard Rock Cafe. It was okay. The food wasn't bad. It just wasn't something I was like, yeah, I want to go to Hard Rock Cafe. So it's nice to see it go and something new come in its place. But yeah, choose the Chocolate Factory is a definitely interesting choice. But at the same time, though, we saw this coming. I mean, look at, there's Vivo Italian Kitchen here, there's Antojitos, NBC Sports Grill and Brew is coming in next year, Margaritaville is here, and now this, maybe Twosome Chocolate Factory next year or the year after that. So it's clearly an Orlando layover here in Hollywood, which makes sense. But quite honestly, you know what I would have put here? Cheesecake Factory. All right, so like I was talking about earlier, as far as like what they're gonna use as far as space here in the building and the dining space, this side has a gift shop and the other side has a gift shop. So they can definitely go right into here and use this space for more dining and maybe a pickup window or something like that. They have like a candy store in Orlando, so this could be used as a candy store. Again, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do if this turns into the Chocolate Factory. And the layout's gonna be so different because the space here, as you can see, is just so tight over here. I mean, even Margaritaville is smaller compared to its counterpart in Orlando. When you come to Hollywood, this is the first thing you notice in City Walk is the giant guitar. So when that eventually goes, it's gonna be kind of sad, but again, the new architecture for Twosome Chocolate Factory will be nice. And again, it's gonna be interesting to see how that all fits here in City Walk, because you can see the aesthetic here in City Walk is very different to everything else. And of course, the Chocolate Factory is on one end of the spectrum, and the architecture here at City Walk is on the other. And of course, speaking of City Walk changes, here's the current look at the NBC Sports Grill and Brew. And you can see the biggest change this week is that they've eliminated this sign right here that used to say City Loft. So yeah, no exterior work besides the elimination of the Tony Roma sign on the facade here. And then this side, I can't really see anything else. See if we can kind of go this way a little bit. And yeah, there's really nothing going on this side. I can't really see inside the interior either. And there's still no work on the boutique store over here, the old Angel store, and of course the Element store that's back over here by the Hot Topic and the Ben & Jerry's. Still no visible progress, so I don't really know what's going on in these areas. I'm not sure if they're waiting on some new retail spaces to come in, if people sign a new lease, or what. It's gonna be interesting. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of work happening at City Walk still, and there's probably gonna be a lot of work happening in the next like year or two. So as they continue to transform this space to a more Orlando feel, which again is smart. I get why they're doing it. Everything in Orlando is popular, and why not bring that here to Hollywood? Because for a while there, City Walk was just kind of like a weird, don't know what's going on space, and now it's like, you know, it's good to transition over to more restaurants and specialty food locations, because I feel like malls at theme parks fail when they just have shops. I don't think people really want to go shopping too much unless it's a huge space. Like the exception would obviously be Disney Springs at Walt Disney World. That space, you can do a lot of shopping, but I mean, a lot of the shopping there is mainly Disney. So same with Downtown Disney at Disneyland Resort here in California. So I think that's why we're seeing a lot of the retail spaces leave and a lot more restaurants and specialty food locations come in, because they work, they make money. Well, yeah, that's gonna do it for today's speculation video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel and you love this sort of content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you'll stay up to date on every time I post new videos. Also, be sure to check out my Instagram page at Theme Park Obsession. I post there all the time, and sometimes I post on Instagram things that I don't post here on YouTube, so be sure to follow that account as well. But other than that, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time in the park. Bye.